Hi and welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Happy 27th of June, everybody. We're nearly there. Nearly there. Okay, let's see what square it's going to choose today. So that was the last one. Here we go. What are we having? Will it focus? 11. Oh, so we're going further up. So let me get my clips. In fact, I think I'm going to clip it to the top. I think that's going to be an easier position for me to diamond paint at, especially when I'm on my craft desk. Okay, let's tuck number 7 into that corner so that it keeps out the way. But ooh, we have quite a lot of one colour in this one. So let's start with that because it is the one that's to this side. So let's tip a load of diamonds in, and then I try and shape them all flat, but then any that are left over I'm sort of shaking this way. Some lay flat, some don't. We've got a rogue. Don't know what number that is. So bye-bye. Sorry, you lost your chance to be on a diamond painting because I don't know what number you are. And let's get going. Let me zoom you guys in because you do seem to prefer to be able to see where I'm putting the diamonds rather than all the rest of the other gubbins that I do. So, and I'm just pulling my chair in case you're wondering what all that kerfuffle is. It's me trying to find a gap for my chair. And let's diamond paint. So I hope you are all well. I hope you've all had a great weekend. Our last weekend, in fact, of doing this whip and waffle. I am going to try to bring in a whip and chat each week though. So stay tuned. I'm hoping that will be each Sunday is my thought, because then I can film it on a Saturday or a Sunday depending on what plans are. But yeah, I'm thinking of trying to get a regular whip and chat going. Plus it'll give me a chance to answer any leftover questions from this whip and waffle and just keep the pattern going. Okay, can't seem to place diamonds in a straight line today. That's not a good start. So where are we up to questions wise? So Shimmy Dancer says she wants to decorate her house with diamond paintings everywhere. She loves looking at the completed ones. And she completes one, but she wants to go straight on to the next one. She needs to take time to mount them. Yes, if you want them all over the house to be able to see all of them, then yeah, you may need to take that time. I would be tempted though to still do it in bulk, especially if it's sort of smaller ones and you're going to be putting them in quite a few different places. I would probably be tempted to, have a mounting and a hanging day, and then you get to enjoy all your hard work, and then you get to do another batch and do it all over again. Sounds like a plan. Oh, Tabitha says, what 3 places do you recommend ordering diamond paintings from? Any comments and welcome. I am new to this and I'm trying to find some good places to order from. And then she says, don't include Amazon. That's fine. I think I've only ever had one diamond painting off Amazon, so that wouldn't make it to my top 3. It can be very hit and miss. Oh, but then it does get a little bit tricky. So I'm going to try and... There are loads of places that I enjoy diamond painting, and I enjoy where you can get the diamond paintings from. And then there is also a lot of there's a lot of diamond paintings that have really nice quality compared to others, but then there are many that are a really good price for what you get, and in turn for the quality, but they're not horrible to work on. So, okay, posh end of diamond painting wise, so far, my favourite top end is probably going to have to be Diamond Art Studio UK. And that is partly because shipping is easy for me, so it is definitely more of a it's a nice top end UK shop, but they are very new. So they did launch in January, and they've got some amazing pictures so far, and they are bringing more in all the time. So they're not quite as big as some others, but the quality on the one I've worked on so far, which is Mr. Quackers, I'm really liking. So that's probably going to have to be my top end one, partly due to location and also due to quality. My favourite AliExpress store is probably Evermoment. Now they do only do squares, but the quality of their squares is second to none. It is, the quality of their squares is really good. I have had the odd ones that haven't been amazing, but you can't tell on the whole picture overall just because one colour maybe had a few more rubbish drills than others. And then my third one, probably going more, the value for money, sort of the cheaper end of the scale to buy, but primarily the quality is pretty good as long as you are aware of the size of the painting that you purchase according to the image that you're doing. So they do sell some images that are extremely busy, and they do them in quite a small painting. And as long as you avoid them, like I've never particularly purchased those knowing that they wouldn't turn out well, is probably fan sales. I have a lot of paintings from fan sales. I've done a lot of unboxings from fan sales, and for the the price you pay, some of the quality is actually extremely good for the price you're paying, and some of it still turns into a really nice picture. And again, for the price you're paying, they have so many paintings at like $2.99, $3.50. You just have to be aware of the size you've ordered and whether, I have seen some of the Disney pictures that are full on, very, very busy Disney pictures being offered in a 30 by 40, which just won't work. If you order something like that, you are going to have disappointment, but otherwise, I think they're probably my three at the moment, but there are so many other amazing companies out there, and a lot can depend on where you live as well. So while the AliExpress and the fan sales, I think you can get free shipping. I'm not sure if you can get free shipping on fan sales, but Evermoment comes from China. Fan sales is based in China. However, they are set up as more of a UK store, in the fact that it's the pricing is set in Great British pounds. You can convert it to your own currency, but you'll pay the exchange rate so that they get paid in Great British pounds. And I think their shipping's reasonable. And then Diamond Studio Art UK do offer international shipping. But yeah, they're probably my 3. Though I don't know. As soon as I finish this video, I'll think of another one. Or 5. Probably. Is that supposed to be okay? Oh yeah, it is. See, I'm even questioning whether I'm dropping drills now or actually placing them where they're supposed to go. Linda says, our climate apparently doesn't require pipe lagging of the sort you have in England. Interesting. I would think insulating your pipes would be a good thing to do no matter what your climate. And she's in Queensland, Australia. Yeah, I think most of the reason that we put pipe lagging on a lot of the time, I think, is more to protect from the cold and to stop the pipes from freezing more than anything else. Though it can also be used on hot water pipes, especially if they are somewhere that can be accessed. So quite often, you know, our boiler system is sort of, you know, in a cupboard in your bathroom or in your landing. And of course, if you put the pipe lagging round whatever pipes you can, it can help, especially if like a toddler gets in there. But primarily, they are used for insulating pipes against the cold, which I'm guessing you don't as much have in Queensland. Whereas here, it can definitely get cold enough to freeze your pipes, and you really don't want frozen pipes. It's not very good when water expands in a pipe that doesn't want to. Susan says she really does like the painting that I'm doing. Thank you. This is an image that I absolutely love. She does wish that they'd put a bit more of the purple in it though. Either way, it still looks fantastic. Yeah, I do like the pops of purple. I am a bit more of a blue girl than a purple girl. But I can see how a little bit more purple in the tree would potentially make it pop a little bit more. Corrine said, diamonds are a girl's best friend. I've forgotten where I've heard it. It may have been part of a song or a movie. I think it was James Bond, wasn't it? Or somebody said, oh, it was Marilyn Monroe. See, there you go. I should have just read the rest of the comments underneath. It was a song sung by Marilyn Monroe in the movie Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. There you go. That's where diamonds are a girl's best friend has started and stuck, because it's definitely something that I've heard throughout my life. Corrine says the heat from your light source can also be a factor in how often you fill your pen with wax. And that quite possibly could be a factor. I mean, they are LED lights that I have for filming. So they don't give it off as much heat as they could. But I do know that my craft room itself, because of course I'm shutting the door as well when I film, to try and dull down the noise of the family. Doesn't always work, but you know, the girl's got to try. That, yeah, it can get rather warm in my craft room after a bit, especially when it was warm days anyway, which is why I started filming later and later in the evening to try and be doing it when it was cooler. Yeah, it can get rather warm in here, which probably does not help my wax situation. Plus I have used, you know, quite a few pens that I've used either haven't had any fresh wax in them for a while, or some of them have been new tips. In fact, this pen, which I forgot to even say, this pen I picked up off AliExpress. I picked it up because it was another colour nice pen to have, because why not? But I also picked it up because it was the one that came with the angled tip. I will try and find a link to the one I purchased, though there are loads of them on AliExpress. If I can find the link, I'll post it. But yeah, it was to give the angled tip a go, which, even though it doesn't look, well, it hasn't got any wax in at the moment, I did have wax in it for a bit and give it a go. But I've not had a proper good session with it yet. So maybe I will give it a go, but then I can imagine me buying more everlasting tips angled if I find that I prefer them. But hey, maybe I should treat myself if I do prefer them. Donna said, you might have answered this before, but did you cut your squares in your storage container? Because hers are attached. No, this is actually a different storage container. So there are many that come attached in a row of 4. And I have loads of those as well. But this one was sent to me by a lovely lady in Canada. She ordered it from Amazon in Canada. And I do have a link on my website, which is either addmorezest.com or 4kids@147.com. They both go to my website. There is a link there, though I know they have been sold out. However, if you go to the video where I kitted up this painting, there are a few comments on this storage container, and I am pretty sure, and it has been a few whip and waffles since, but I am pretty sure there was a discussion over what to search for on AliExpress to find them, to be able to find the same type of storage containers, because a few people were after them. So do have a check out of that video. Okay, if I do that 1Z, then I'm doing a load up here. Let's go for it. Okay, we're on ABs, so I am going to switch my pen when I get them to shake out the way. I'm going to switch to my Dibby Dabby AB pen. I should try and remember to bring in my pretty placer. Oh look, I've picked up 2. I should try and remember to bring in my pretty placer that I often use when I am sat in the conservatory diamond painting. It's sort of in my little cart full of stuff. I'll have to do another video on that as well. Show you the sort of things that I keep handy, my little go-to kit while diamond painting, and start a little bit of a discussion on what's in your go-to kit maybe. But yeah, they are different, Donna. So I do have a kitting up video for this June waffle. I think it's in this June waffle playlist, if I remember rightly. And before I upload this video with this answer, I'll try and make sure it is in there. Or if not, put it in there. But for June Waffles 2021, you should find my preparation video and have a look at the comments there. I'm pretty sure there's a few either answers of what to search for and or links. Anna Marie says, hi, how many times do you reuse your cover sheets? The plastic on some of mine is coming off. Oh, I've not heard of the plastic coming off. So far I am still on my original sets of cover sheets. I've not had to throw any away. I may have added to them over time, but that's sometimes when I get them in kits. So for example, this kit came with some. I also got some from Diamond Studio Art UK. They sent me some. I don't think they come with every painting from there, but they did send me some when I got my painting. As like an extra little bonus, which was really sweet, and that was only because I ordered them one afternoon before a bank holiday weekend, I think it was, and yeah, she sent them just in case she couldn't get the courier to come back, because the courier had already been for the day, which was really sweet. But yeah, I may have added to them for that reason, but I've never had to replace my cover sheets yet. Time will tell, but so far I'm on exactly the same ones I started with, and I reuse them. I use them on pretty much, apart from a double-sided tape painting, and even then I occasionally use them. I use them all the time. Ria says go to Wilko's for Lego. They do their own brand and it's dirt cheap. Ooh, I haven't actually got round to getting some Lego yet. It is on my list, but I haven't actually got round to hitting that order because I figured I'd just possibly go and buy some somewhere. I've just not had the time yet, so maybe I'll have to have a look on Wilko's. I might look on their website because they've moved ours to the town centre now, which is okay if you want to, you know, if you're in town anyway. But Wilko's used to be on more of a retail park. It was still a shopping centre and it was still in the town, but you could park outside and just go to Wilko's. Whereas now you're sort of in the main town centre shopping centre to go to Wilko's, which is not quite as convenient. Peggy said, thank you for showing your display book. I have definitely been watching your older videos and she's really enjoying the June waffle. Oh, that's good. Yeah, my old videos are always there for people to be able to go and watch. There are playlists on YouTube, so things like Whip and Waffles are together, preparation videos, unboxing videos and such like. And then there is sort of a random one that has more hints and tips and, you know, videos on separate topics. But if you're looking for something in particular, then my website is probably the best bet. I don't have the preparation videos listed separate or the whip and chats and things like that, but I do have the videos like my Heaven and Earth design project. That is a cross-stitch chart done into a diamond painting using my spares. I have a lot of my preparation on how I'm storing my spare diamonds videos. I have beginner's guides, I have tips and tricks, I have videos on apps. There's all sorts in there. All my comparisons and stuff can be easily found there. Or you can, of course, use the search in YouTube, but sometimes even I don't remember what the title of the video was. Never mind you guys. Remembering, it depends what it was, but there are a few different ways to find some. Denise said, please thank the lady called Gina. Her idea for a tray stand out of Lego is fabulous. Yes, thank you, Gina. And thank you for Denise and many others as well. She's even seen the pastel colours in Lego. What an awesome idea. Might have to entice the grandchildren in on this idea too. Yes, get them on a little assembly line and stuff as well. Because I like the idea of Lego in the fact that you can add to it. You know, so as your tray stash, you know, whatever it may be, whether it's the trays from my shop or not, you know, whatever trays it is that you prefer to use, you can create a little Lego holder that suits you and then build on it from there. I keep thinking I might have to go on the Lego website and order specific pieces, but I kind of feel like I need to have a proper mess with a box of Lego and find a design that works and that I like, and then maybe order some separate blocks for it. I don't know. My mind keeps thinking of different things, but eventually I'll get there. How many more A, B ones have I got to do? Okay, I think I've only got a few of the I. So let's do those while I've got this pen in my hand. So there's a few of them dotted about. And if there's any more that I've missed that's only like one or two, then I'm pretty sure I can just dot the pen into my pile and pick them up that way. Get in. I need a few more the other way up. There we go. Oh, so that was, I've just read Denise's. The cat lady says, I sent a load of Lego to the charity shop before she moved. Oh, should have thought ahead. Oh well, I'll try it with Lego Technics as I still have some of those. Yeah, I mean, as amazing as it is, you know, if you'd have kept hold of it, of course, it would have been there an instant. But at the same point, if we think like that all the time over everything, we would never clear anything out of our houses. And if you live in a house like me with this many people, sometimes you just have to realise sometimes it's just got to go. And if you need it again, you need it again. But yeah, try the Lego Technics and hopefully that'll work for you. And if not, maybe you'll be able to find a set of Lego in a colour that suits you. Especially if they do pastel. That makes me think, ooh, maybe I could just do it in a few different blues or something. I don't know. My mind is wearing on Lego too much. Sierra says, I'm still not caught up, in all honesty. Off the subject of diamond painting, she says, I hear about GCSEs a lot, even in documentaries. Can you explain for all the non-UK people what those are? Because even a Google search gives me nothing. So GCSEs are the exams taken by 16-year-olds in the UK. So they used to be called O-levels, and it is their qualifications to then go on to college or a job or an apprenticeship. They don't, so I'm pretty sure in America, I think you're in school till you're like 18, aren't you? And then it's a matter of you go off to college, but quite often you go away to college. Whereas in the UK, you go to high school from age 11 up to age 16. And then you used to then be able to just go and get a job and do whatever you wanted. You were free at 16. And they're the exams that you do when you finish high school. And then you could choose to go to a sixth form, which would give you years 12 and 13 for ages 17 and 18. Or you could go to college, which again, it tended to be local. You didn't move there. It's just, college is basically, so sixth form happened at the same place your high school did often, or the same place as a high school. And there was just an extra 2 years where you could do more. You could specialise more in certain subjects to do your A-levels. Or you could go to a college that is basically just full of 17 and 18-year-olds doing A-levels. It's only once you've done those that you can then choose whether you want to go to university, which I think is more like the American college. So that's when you tend to move out of home, go and live on campus or close to campus. and experience all that difference, that whole moving out of home. And say, it used to be that you could just leave school at 16. Now they have brought in with the government that you either have to go to college, so you either have to be in full-time education or doing an apprenticeship until you're 18. Either which way. So hopefully that will clarify it. You'll be able to match that up. But it's a series of exams, normally in about 9 different subjects. Sometimes more, sometimes less. It does depend on your school. But it covers your English, your maths. But you come out with separate grades for each subject. It's nothing that's combined. So I've heard of a high school certificate or something. I'm not sure if that again is American. I do tend to hear a lot, about things that, it's in TV shows and whatever else. And I don't know if that is just, you grade in certain subjects or not, but ours are actually broken down into specific subjects. Sierra also said, side note, I am very sad that I missed the purple tray. I didn't even know that they were for sale until after they'd sold out, and she'd bought her own trays. Oh, I am sorry. She said exact colour I was going to suggest. It matches her business logo almost perfectly. I'm hoping to get one on the next round. Yeah, the purple sold out within 12 hours. A lot quicker than we expected for them to sell out. And we will do purple again. We do know it is a popular colour. We've definitely experienced that with the stickers, that purple is a popular colour. We just need to get through a few more runs of, of course, the other colours that have been asked for, but purple will come back round. Hopefully, once we've got all 3 printers, fully up, running, and hopefully all kinks have been ironed out with whichever one decides it's got a kink today. Once they're all sorted and we get some good runs, we're hoping to get through some of those colours. At the moment, we are still trying to build up stock of the Add More Zest tray. We're trying to make sure that we've got stock of those. They're the same colours. They're only slightly different in relation to the logo. So anybody that has a 4Kids tray, it's still the same design. But yeah, we're still trying to build up stock of those, and we're still quite often printing for orders. The printer is currently on a bit of a late night tonight, one of them, trying to get colours out so that we can make sure all orders are out again. We like to try and make sure that we're, caught up, and come Monday, everybody's orders are definitely out. But yeah, we will get to purple again. I am sorry that you missed it. There was loads of people that did. But yeah, we'll do it again as soon as we can. And, if it does happen that some colours are definitely more popular than others, we might look to, doing a run of 2 lots of filament rather than 1. We'll have to see how it goes, because it takes about 2 weeks for one printer, occasionally a bit less. It does depend on how much we have to kick a colour off the printer for the sake of orders. But it does take a couple of weeks to get a new colour fully printed to be able to put up. And so far, we haven't been able to start the next colour. But, as I say, we will get there. We will get there. Tanya says, thank you for doing the June Whip and Waffle. I'm really enjoying it. She says every night when she posts her progress picture on Facebook, she loves going through the other people's images and looking at everybody's progress. And it made her think, wouldn't it be nice if there was a video / slideshow with all the finished June products, all the finished June projects. I cannot get my words out today. That is an awesome idea, Tanya. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get that put together, and we'll do like a little montage slideshow of everybody's finished, maybe even, some in progress. It might take me a week or so, and I will need to just check with people on the group that they're happy me posting their pictures. But I like the idea of having like a little montage of everybody's progress, especially so that those that don't do Facebook can see everybody that's joined in and people that have done stuff. But yeah, I like that idea. I'll see if I can get the relevant permissions from people to screenshot or pinch their images and see what I can come up with. Really put my editing skills to the test. Lady Dax said she's not had her nails done since COVID either, but they're really growing well, except for her right thumb and forefinger, as she uses those to pick off misplaced drills. And she says, so glad you had a laugh at me parrot boils. Yeah, I still can't figure out what your mystery painting is, Lady Dax. I'm seeing seashells, I think, but then the part that you said, or at least the part I think you're saying, looks like a parrot with boils. I can't figure out what that part is. I'm just moving out a little bit because I feel like the camera keeps having fun focusing. I really can't figure out what that point is. I think I had a closer look today, not in the fact of trying to figure out what it is, because we all know that diamond paintings you need to look from a distance, and to be fair, it's not helping. But I was trying to work out where it was from, and I'm very tempted to message. I think you've got it from Row Diamonds, from what I can see, though of course your pictures are all of the image rather than the company branding on the canvas. But I'm very tempted to message them and say, okay, you're going to have to tell us what this picture is, because we can't figure it out. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm definitely going to have to ask the pair of you that are doing them to see if you're happy for your photos to be in the montage, because what your pictures are is still confusing a lot of people. It's definitely given a bit of spice to the June waffle. Samantha says, love your daily whip and waffle, and she says today, which was the 24th, is her and her fiance's 2-year anniversary. Congratulations. She says, thank you for the tip to look at your video. She will appreciate going to Lowe's to get the phone piece and see if it works for her. Awesome. I love the fact that, I'm getting to answer these questions and hopefully giving you answers within a day or so as well. That is a nice little benefit for it being a daily waffle rather than the likes of a weekly one. I find, I've just missed one. It makes me feel as though I'm answering your questions sort of quicker, rather than you having to wait a week minimum. Judy says she uses glue dots for her single placer and Elmer's tack in her multi-placers because she finds that that's easier to remove. She's just got her 7-tray order and they're amazing. Oh good, I'm glad it's arrived safe and sound. Sometimes I do wonder because every now and then there is definitely shipping issues and they always seem to happen at the same time. So the recent one is I'm finding that anybody that's had an order sent in an envelope, so maybe you've ordered a few sheets of stickers and they're sent in a hardback do not bend envelope, they at the moment are getting to the States really quick. But the boxes that we put stuff in, which is when you order a tray or, you know, more stickers or baggy inserts or anything like that, are taking longer to arrive. And some people have placed a couple of orders, you know, placed an order one week and then placed a different order the next week, and they're actually getting, you know, their order with just stickers before they're getting their order with something else. And it's just so frustrating that some mail places are so much slower. I mean, I had an order from the States arrive to me within a week. In fact, it was just a bit less than a week for it to arrive to me, because once it lands in the UK, it's with me next day. They are so quick at the moment in the UK. Once it's landed in the country, it's here. And a lot of the times, if anything's slow, it's how quick they get it out of the country it's coming from. But I've found that some mail, once it goes to the States, I had one person, we sent something to them and then we sent their order that was 2 weeks later and they both arrived on the same day. But hey ho, we'll get there. And I am glad that yours are there, Judy. I just wish everybody's order could get there super quick. All Things Crafty by Kaz. She says she has 2 portfolios, one A2 and one A3 size. Yeah, I've not quite got one A2 size yet. I do wonder, but the thing is, I tend to find that most of my paintings, to be honest, are either a 30 by 40 or they're huge, or they just wouldn't even fit in an A2. There doesn't seem to be any middle ground with me. I don't know whether I've just not done many, you know, 50s by 60s or anything, apart from the customs that I'm working on. I just don't seem to have done as many. I don't know why. Oh, so Denise, this is a very long message from Denise, so let me just, if I go quiet, I'm reading and getting the highlights. She says for her tips, so her diamond painting pen tips, when she tried something else for the first time, she used whatever post-attack adhesive she could find, and she hated it. I think it was just whichever one she could use a coupon on, she said. It was gooey and never wanted to come out the tips. When she used wax, she would replace it, but she wouldn't top it off, but would rather remove all the old wax and then start new, because it'd been that habit, so she instinctively wanted to try and remove the poster adhesive when it was no longer sticky too. She said it just doesn't seem to like to come out the tips cleanly, and she found that it's lost its sticky faster than the pink wax. The next thing she says she's going to try is the magic tape. So it's clear tape, meant to be removable and similar to post-attack adhesive, but can be washed to get the sticky back. But before she found a good deal on it, because it's a big roll that she'd have to buy, and it's quite an investment for a small piece. Before she managed to buy it, she found out about the glue dots. Sorry, I lost where I was then. She says the glue dots were an immediate success. It can take a bit to get the right amount in your pen. So apparently if you get too much in it, it can be stickier than the canvas. And the two different types of adhesive will fight over who gets to keep the diamond. So is the glue dot keeping the diamond or the canvas keeping the diamond? What should be the option today? But once you get the right range, she said it's perfect and it lasts for ages. She can use a pen for days or weeks, depending on how much diamond painting she does. Oh, I've just done that ghost drill thing. Whereas with wax, she had to switch pens every 15 to 20 minutes. And she'd fill both sides of all of her pens and use them all before repeating the process. Okay, like a bit of a production line. The only downside to glue dots, she said, is now she doesn't have as much of a legitimate reason to own so many pens. Because she doesn't have to switch the glue dots out very often. She says she does live in Las Vegas, so it could also be the climate. She has, apparently they've already seen many 117-ish Fahrenheit days, about 47.2 Celsius. Wow, can you tell it's Celsius? That makes sense to me. That is hot, girl. Hot. So, glue dots seem to work well in the heat as well. Sorry, that took me a bit of deciphering. I was trying to make sure I was still making sense to the camera. But yeah, glue dots, I'm excited. I am excited to start glue dots. But I am also excited that we are getting so close, but I'm also not excited because, you know, lesser of two evils, isn't it? It will be the end of the waffle, but I will have an amazing painting. We'll see what time brings. I do wonder what square will be next. I'm wondering whether we'll finish down here at the end. I don't know. The decision app doesn't even know. But yeah, that's another square done. I hope you are all enjoying yours. But I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.